Hey guys, my name is Britt Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing my October wrap-up. So in the month of October, I actually read a lot of books. I did take place in Not So Scary Readathon that is hosted by Macy, so go over and check out those vlogs and my wrap-up to see all the books that I read during that readathon. I had such a great readathon, and I've just had a really great reading month, so let's just jump right into all the books that I read besides Not So Scary Readathon. So starting off with a couple Kindle books, I did read Alpha and Omega. These are the third and fourth book in a shifter series. We're following a main girl who gets kind of tied up into this world of werewolf shifters, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of mystery aspect, and I just love these books, so I'm giving both of them like a 3.5 star rating because I love them so much. Then the other two Kindle books that I read this month is Shadow Witch and Midnight Spells, and I love these books also, where you kind of have like a dark and eerie witch book. And the third book comes out in December, and I can't wait to jump into it. But this is just a witchy book, really great for a fall Halloween vibe if you're looking for something like that. And they're really short and sweet, and you can just kind of plow through them really quickly if you're looking for like a good Kindle selection. Then I read Apex, and Apex is the third book in the Hunter's trilogy, and I love Hunter by Mercedes Lackley so much. We follow a main girl who is a hunter, and pretty much in this world we have creatures that all these hunters have to come together and kill all these creatures, and they have video, kind of like a YouTube live system that follows them around while they're killing these creatures. And if you get up in points, you can become, a certain level. And we also have like a pack of like hounds that she brings up from the netherworld that follows her around, and she has one of the biggest packs. And it's just a lot of fun, and I immensely enjoyed Apex the third in this, but it wasn't as good as the first two. I kind of left me wishing for more. But yeah, so I'm giving Apex a 4 star. Then I read Sight and Shifter. This is the 5th and 6th book in the Wicked Woods series that has started during Not So Scary Readathon, and I absolutely love these. So we follow a main girl in Wicked Woods who moves in with her grandmother or her great aunt, and she has to learn how to deal with the fact that there's vampires and werewolves in this town. And at the edge of the woods, you just don't go into the woods by their house because a lot of stuff goes down in the woods. And so we just follow her main character into the repercussions that happens in the first 4 books into these last 2. And I love them so much, so I'm giving both of these 4 stars each. Then a book that I try to read every year, I try to take one of these short stories every night and try to read in the month of October, because this really tries to get you into like the Halloween spirit and the fall vibes. And I love this book so much, and I read it every single year, so I'm still going to give it a 5 star. Some of these stories are not my favorite, and some of them I absolutely love, but we have just great illustrations, pictures. I mean, this story book is so easy to like fly through, and I'm glad I made this book like my annual thing that I do every year in October, because I just love this book so much. Then to carry on with still kind of the spooky vibes of October, I did read Dracula. I love this book so much. I've read this book a lot, but I got this amazing edition of it this year, and yeah, so I'm giving it 4 stars. This just follows the story of Dracula and how he came to be. It's just a lot of fun, and I loved having this rendition of it, or this edition of this book. Then I decided to read 2 graphic novels this month. I told you guys I read a lot during the month of October. First, I read Pumpkin Heads by Rainbow Rowell. This is about 2 friends who are only friends during this like pumpkin patch fall festival thing, and why are they not friends for the rest of the year or other months of the year. And it's really cute and really great Rainbow Rowell writing, and the pictures are absolutely amazing, so I loved getting to read this again, so 4 stars. And then I read Naomi again. This is a girl we follow that wants to be like this villain apprentice, and she makes a lot of drama for it. She's also like a shapeshifter type girl, but the villain is also not always black and white. He is morally gray, and so seeing him and his nemesis, it was just a lot of fun, and I kind of wish there was more in this like series about these 2 especially, but I'm giving this book 4 stars. Then guys, I think you're going to be kind of proud of me with my next book, because I finally read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This was on my list of books that I wanted to read by the end of the year, and I finally read it, and I absolutely loved it. All these band of characters are so fun, and I loved every single one of them. Like, I don't think I really have a favorite. I think I loved every single one of these characters. They all brought something different to the story. So we're following this band of characters who has to go off and steal this object and bring it back, and they're all going to be filthy rich, and a lot of things go awry during the situation. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I finally read it. I'm not going to give it as high ratings as most people do. I'm only giving it like 4 stars, 4.5 stars. I still immensely love it, and I can't wait to get into the second book. But it wasn't as high of rating as like other books that I read by Leigh Bardugo. But I still really, really love this book. Then we have the Bang Chronicles. This is Cassandra Clare and a couple other different authors. These are novellas set about Madness Vane, and I loved the series so much. It was Madness from the City of Bones series and following him in different places. And yeah, I'm so glad that I finally read this. It was short, sweet, and all these little stories were a lot of fun, getting to see more of him. And yeah, so I really liked it, so I'm giving it 4 stars. And I'm glad to be adding another book into my like Cassandra Clare collection. And last but certainly not least, I finally read Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout, as you guys can tell. And if you've been following my channel, I absolutely love Jennifer L. Armentrout's writing. We follow a girl who is found and she doesn't know who she is. She's lost all her memories, and so she goes back into her world with her parents, and she doesn't know her parents or her best friend, and coming to terms with the fact that she's figuring out that she wasn't the best person in school and trying to make herself better and become like who she used to be. I absolutely love this book. I did kind of pinpoint who the killer was, because this is a murder mystery. The killer was at like 40%, but I still love the little small twists and turns that Jennifer L. Armentrout put into these books, because I love her book and I love her writings. This is not my favorite book that she's ever written, but I'm still going to give it 4 stars. I still really enjoyed it. It's just not my favorite. So guys, that's all the books that I read in the month of October, and I think I read like 11 or 12 in Not So Scary Readathon, so go over and check out those vlogs again and my wrap up for that. If you guys liked any of these books, please let me know down in the comments. My name is Britt Nicole. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing everyone soon in my next one. Bye!